Are you thinking once or daily or?
So that thing you guys saw just climbing up into the pit there is a Noon Lagoon crawler, and this is basically a boat that floats around the pit and stirs up all of the manure. It agitates it. With our sand bedding, the sand typically ends up at the bottom of the pit, and our pump here isn't able to get all of it suspended up in the liquid. So this boat is going to go around back and forth. The guy is controlling it. He's got a controller that he can just maneuver that thing around the pit with. He's just gonna stir up all the sand and get it all mixed up with the manure so that we don't have to go in this pit after and scoop it out with our wheel loader. So if you guys remember last fall, I scooped all of these solid manure and the sand out of this pit because this pump couldn't stir it up. It just couldn't do it. Pit's too big and sand is too heavy. So that's their setup right there. We got a nice John Deere 8R in front of the tank. I believe it's the exact same tank as ours. It's pretty sweet. So that tank and our tank should be a pretty quick job. I say quick, but it's still gonna take like 3 days to empty this pit out. It's quite a bit of manure to haul out. So our lagoon here is 10 feet deep, and the sand dunes in there are so high, he's needing to use the wheels to push off of those sand dunes underneath the liquid just to move forward. That's not going to be the entire time he's agitating. He just got in there, so he needs to stir it up a bit. As that sand starts to get agitated and mixed up with all the liquid, he's going to be able to float around there just like a boat. Now in the afternoon, and we finally started going again. I tried going this morning. I started at 3 and we went till about 7 or 8 this morning, and then we noticed we were pumping too much liquid out of the pit, so I had to stop pumping and let them mix it up some more, because not all of the solid manure and the sand was off the bottom yet, and if I was just to pump all of the liquid out, it would only be a bunch of thick solid manure and sand, and we wouldn't be able to pump it all out. So we had to pump it for another 5 hours today or so, but it's looking pretty good now, so we're hauling again. We got both tractors going, and it's going pretty good. Dima's doing the afternoon shift now. I'll probably take over from him tonight at 7 or 8 and pull the old night shift, and he can take over again in the morning. So that's what we're doing. It's going pretty smooth now, although it looks like they got to swap a tire around, but shouldn't take too long, I don't think. So the Bueller Versatile that's sitting on the pump right now is constantly agitating. There's a propeller at the bottom of the pit there and at the bottom of the pump that it's stirring up, and it's also pumping the tanks right full every single time. So that thing's working constantly. It doesn't get a break at all, so it's burning fuel like there's no tomorrow, and it needs to be filled up right now. So we're gonna get the slip tank hooked up to the truck, or pulled onto the truck, fill it up, and go top that Versatile off. Fill her right up with diesel. So slip tank's full now. All I gotta do is hook up some wires there to the positives and negatives on the battery of the truck. Then I can just pump that Versatile right full with the electric motor on the pump. I believe it does about 20 gallons a minute, so it's pretty quick. I'm just telling you guys this now before we head out there because that tractor is gonna be super loud. So with our tank, we're driving about 3.5 miles an hour, and I think the other tanker's driving a little bit faster. I think our tank spreads it a little bit wider, so we gotta drive a little bit slower to put the same amount on. We're aiming for about 6,000 gallons an acre, and that's kind of what it works out to. You gotta drive 3.4 miles an hour for us. I say miles an hour instead of kilometers an hour because that's what the tractor's in. So with the distance that we're hauling right now, I'm able to hammer out a load every 16.5 minutes or so. So that's pretty quick, which is nice because then you can just hammer loads out of that pit and get the job done a little bit quicker. This spring, it took way longer for me to haul everything out because I was hauling it so far away. We were hauling it like 4 miles, and now it's not even a mile out to the field. So this is making it go a lot quicker. The guys with the Noon Lagoon crawler there and their one tank is Lamar Farms, and they operate in the Saskatoon area, so anywhere around Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. I'll put their phone number up on the screen here. If anyone needs their pits emptied out, that Lagoon crawler definitely does a pretty good job agitating the pit out. And I think they have 4 tanks in total. They're just running one out here for now, because we got our own tank too. But yeah, if you need, they got 4 tanks, and they got the pumps, they got everything you need. So if you want, their number's on the screen, and if you need, give them a call. Well guys, we're gonna keep hauling manure here. I'm gonna go take a nap, and then I'll take over from Dima at 8 or 9 tonight, and then go overnight. So that is gonna be it for today's video. If you enjoyed, be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons down below. Check out the Instagram at SaskDutchKid, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.